Hello and welcome to the Smashi Business Show, everyone. Today is Thursday, August 28th, 2025, and I'm Warid Ahmed.
And I'm Samir Rahman. We have got a packed show for you today.
So first up, Mubadala has invested $55 million in UK's Paragraf to scale graphene chip production. PIF's AI unit HUMAIN sells out data center capacity, and this is a Semaphore exclusive. Microsoft has called the FBI on Gaza protesters targeting the CEO's home. And finally, Qatar's Mansour Holdings has backed a Zimbabwe gas development. Now, the Love in Dubai Community Awards 2025 celebrate the extraordinary achievements of individuals who have made a genuine and lasting impact on Dubai this year. Now, the winners will be announced at an awards show on September 11th. Stay tuned. Now, Sammy, thank you so much for being here today. You guys all know that Majid is currently on leave.
Yeah.
How are you feeling to be here?
I'm feeling great, and Majid is enjoying, and he's sending me his stories. So, yeah, he's having his time, right?
Yes, he is. Now, for our first topic of the day, British tech company Paragraf has secured $55 million in funding from Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund Mubadala, which acquired a 12.8% stake. Now, the investment aims to expand production of graphene-based semiconductors, offering faster, smaller, and more energy-efficient alternatives to traditional silicone chips.
Graphene's unique properties allows devices to perform with higher speed, precision, and low energy consumption. Paragraf's molecular system can also produce liquid gas sensors for early disease detection and withstands extreme conditions including quantum computing, cryogenic systems, and high radiation industrial applications.
But like, you wouldn't believe the fact that they were literally going broke, by the way, before this.
Yeah.
So Paragraf plans to establish subsidiaries in the Middle East, China, and the US, advancing its vision to transform electronics globally. The company aims to pioneer graphene applications in quantum computing, electrical vehicles, energy storage, chemical testing, and cancer drug development.
CEO Dr. Simon Thomas said that the company was nearly out of cash after a 6-month UK national security review delayed foreign investment, leaving Paragraf pushed to the wire before Mubadala's support arrived, signaling strong international confidence in the firm.
Now,
Mubadala stepped in for them, right?
Yeah. Now, Philip Harwood, UK government's Middle East investment director, called Paragraf the best of British innovation. Now, he added the deal underscores the UK's ability to attract global capital for transformative technologies in sectors like semiconductors and advanced electronics. Now, I think with this story, it's the fact that these people were literally going broke.
Yeah, almost out of. Yeah.
It's crazy. They even, what did they call it? They said that it was like, the UK government with them was almost like pushing a wire for them, like until Mubadala.
They delayed it for 6 months.
It's crazy. And by the way, like, Sammy, this is not even the first time that they do this. I don't know if you heard about it, but the Telegraph deal in the UK, the newspaper that's been around, I believe, since like the 1850s. So what essentially ended up happening is that the Abu Dhabi-owned media company IMI, they wanted to buy it. They wanted to buy it, but then there was this UK conservative government that was like, no, like, we have to limit foreign ownership. And the ordeal took like a good 2 years for the sale to even be finalized. And the way that it was done in the end was that I believe Redbird, this American media company, they got 85% of Telegraph, and then Abu Dhabi's IMI got 15%. I believe,
but even American is like foreign investment,
right?
It
is, right?
They were not okay with UAE. They were okay with US.
That's what I'm trying to say, and I think you're bringing up a good point there. For them, so they capped the ownership percentage at 15%. But imagine, this took like 2 years. It took a long time, and it's obviously in the case of IMI, because I believe it's overseen by His Highness Sheikh Mansour. They probably have a lot of capital there. But in this case of this company, Paragraf, I don't think that it's the best case for them because they didn't have any money whatsoever.
True.
So imagine if Mubadala didn't swoop in, and I think
they would have shut it down, probably.
I think so. I think they were running out of cash completely. But I think for me, what I also think about is a while ago, there's this company called MGX, and essentially what happened with them. MGX, it's the sovereign wealth fund in Abu Dhabi, and they basically
NGX, I've never heard
yeah
of
they
it.
they have a lot of tech investments, and
Okay.
they're, I believe, Khaldoon al-Mubarak, the man who is behind Mubadala, he's chairing it. He also chairs MGX.
Oh, so he's one of the
And
chairmen.
yeah, so and he chairs and he chairs both companies. And MGX, basically, they invested into this French AI company. It's called Minstrel. And Minstrel, basically, they're trying to build the largest data center in France. I think they've already done it. And do you see what they're doing there? It's like they're not just seeing the opportunities here. They're making sure that every single
They're there.
they're
in
there.
every single in
They're
every
there.
single company
They're
there.
literally there, and
That's
you know
very smart. They're diversifying their investments in all possible next big giants, I believe. Right?
they are. And Minstrel, it's very
And they're not
famous in
investing a
France.
lot. I mean, yes, they are investing a lot, but
don't think that's a lot?
No, but look at it in terms of if they're investing 10% there and then 15% somewhere else and then 15% somewhere else. That means they're diversifying their investments, right? They're not investing
Yeah.
50% at one place. So they're putting 10-15% everywhere. So in terms of that, they're diversifying and they have their options open.
They
They're not,
do.
you know,
They do.
They're
Even
not keeping all their eggs in one basket. That's what.
And,
That's what I'm saying.
and that's the smartest thing ever. Even Khaldoon al-Mubarak, he admitted in this conference, he was like, we have invested, 40% of their investments are in the US. So they're quite literally making sure that they're everywhere. Moving to our next topic, Saudi Arabia's national AI champion right now, HUMAIN, backed by the Public Investment Fund that's worth over $1 trillion, has sold out all existing and under construction data center capacity. Now partnering with US chipmaker Graphene, HUMAIN hosts what is called the world's largest AI inferencing hub, serving customers in over 130 countries worldwide.
The company's milestone highlights Saudi Arabia's strategy to leverage cheap energy and vast land resource to become a global AI infrastructure hub. Despite only 1% humans users being domestic, the company is already generating significant foreign revenue, demonstrating the data as the new oil is more than just a slogan.
So HUMAIN's infrastructure supports a growing range of AI services, enabling high-speed processing for international clients. Its partnership with Grok ensures cutting-edge chip performance, reinforcing the kingdom's goal of being a major player in global AI computing.
To meet surging demand, HUMAIN is seeking US approval to purchase advanced semiconductors from NVIDIA and other suppliers. These chips will be crucial to maintaining performance and staying competitive in the race of AI processing power worldwide.
And for the final point, industry analysts are saying that HUMAIN's rapid expansion underscores Saudi Arabia's ambition to dominate the AI infrastructure sector with global demand rising. The company is positioning itself as a key hub for international AI development and revenue generation. Now, with this company HUMAIN, have you heard of it, Sami?
Yeah, I've heard of it. And yesterday I was reading a news about it that there was a buzz going on about it. And me being me, I'm very off social media, though it's my bread and butter. But even I know about the company name. So I believe that's a big achievement for them in terms of not just marketing, but in terms of people knowing about their company.
Yeah,
right?
and I think like with them, like, do you even have to do marketing in the case of
They don't even. They're sold out.
Exactly. They sold out their data center capacity, and just this week, I believe on Tuesday, like finally their Arabic ChatGPT model, it's out, Sami. It's been launched. It's only in Saudi Arabia right now. And hopefully they're going to expand it soon.
Probably then the domestic users will rise, because right now it's sitting at 1%. But
Right.
I believe after the introduction of this Arabic AI, I believe it will rise.
And right now, by the way, it's the #1 app on the Apple Store of Saudi Arabia.
Everybody's downloading it.
They're-
Nice.
and they have to, because it's it's one of the largest AI companies that's ever been formed
Makes
in
sense.
Saudi. They formed it when Trump came here, and they even have Jensen Huang backing them. AMD just recently they made headlines because the 16,000 AI chips were approved to be officially sent to HUMAIN. So they're gonna get that, and they're gonna get the best kind of chips possible.
They're gonna
And
get bigger.
they're gonna get bigger. Sammy, it was launched like 3 months ago.
Oh,
That is crazy. And they're already doing all of this. And for
I
me,
mean, look at their expansion.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And it's also the fact that apparently their ChatGPT model, by the way, has Islamic values.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't know what to think of that. I don't know what that necessarily
Maybe you
means.
should use it and let us know that.
I
how
need to
good
try
is
it. I need to try it and give you guys
Islamic
a review.
values. That's a new angle to AI.
Yeah, definitely a new angle. And speaking of new angles, this is something that I truly never thought I would hear of. But basically, Bloomberg has reported that Microsoft contacted the FBI and local authorities after pro-Palestinian employees staged a kayak protest outside the homes of CEO Satya Nadella and President Brad Smith. Now, the demonstrations, organized by the group No Azure for Apartheid, opposed Microsoft's Azure cloud services being used by the Israeli military.
Internal emails indicate Microsoft flagged employees and their relatives to federal authorities. The move has sparked debate over corporate surveillance, employee rights, and ethical responsibilities of tech firms providing cloud and AI services for military operations in conflict zones.
Now, allegations have emerged while this is going on that Israel's Unit 8200 used Microsoft Azure to analyze millions of Palestinian calls per hour, according to an investigation by The Guardian. Now, this adds a lot of fuel to the wider discussion about tech accountability, raising questions over how cloud providers monitor and manage contracts tied to defense and intelligence operations.
The reports have intensified scrutiny on Microsoft regulators, shareholders, and employee groups. Pressure is mounting for the company to review military-related contracts and address internal concerns regarding employee activism and ethical obligations.
So further disclosures could increase reputational and legal risks for Microsoft. Analysts say the controversy highlights the growing tension between corporate interests, government contracts, and employee activism in the technology sector. Sammy, like, you know, you're a manager. How would you feel if I just like showed up outside your house?
Yeah.
You know, and in kayaks, I'm just outside your house and I'm like, you're killing people. Like, I don't know what to think about this because I never look. I see the purpose of what No Azure for Apartheid are doing. Essentially, No Azure for Apartheid, the group, by the way, they've been formed 1 year ago, and that group has former Microsoft employees.
Yeah.
And they also have current Microsoft employees who I believe they're probably going to get fired.
Probably
But it's like-
after this. They
But
will.
like in this case, it's like, what have we gotten to where people have to go on kayaks outside of CEOs' homes? You know, they're going to turn up and they're going to do that.
I mean, they're doing what they can,
Yeah.
right? Not everybody can go out to fight.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do what they can within their resources, and for them, I believe, for them, it will create an impact. Not sure how it's gonna reflect on their career or on their daily lives, but I mean, it's for a good cause. I'm not denying the fact, but
It's kind of a sticky situation.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
your
a very,
CEO's house, you know, it's your
yeah,
president's
and not
house.
just-
and
yeah,
you're
and
gonna
it's their
stand
personal,
outside.
and it's their personal space, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. I mean, they must have tried other ways as well, and then they came down to this, you know, solution.
Yeah. It is their personal space, but you know, some would argue that like Palestinians, their home, it's their personal space. You know,
I
like,
agree. I
it's a
agree.
personal space
110%.
that's being
110%.
invaded.
Yeah, I agree 110% that you should knock the door whichever is possible. So they're trying to do that, but it's just not 1% or 2%. It's the whole policy of the
Yeah.
company. It's the contracts that company have made in the past or recent, right? So they need to work on their policies that where their softwares or their AIs or their products are going to be used. They should work on that.
So you think it's a governance thing?
Yeah, I believe
Really?
that.
I see. Look, like when you brought up that point of, you know,
I'm not saying that it's not a person, it's not a responsibility of a president or CEO. It is this is their first and foremost responsibility. But
Yeah.
having said that, he's been CEO for how many years? Not much, right? So my point is, and these contracts are there for a very long time.
That is actually a really good question.
So
Let's
my concern is that they need to work. They need to work in a way that wherever they do contracts with, or whoever they could do contracts with, they need to work on that where their technologies can be used. So he was
Sammy, the CEO Satya Nadella of Microsoft has succeeded Steve Ballmer in 2014 as CEO.
He's been there
and
for 11 years now.
John Thompson in 2021 as chairman. It's like, I think with this entire thing, I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to think about the fact that, what's going to happen to those people, what's going to happen to their jobs. Because one of the girls, by the way, her name's Ibtihal Abu Saad. She was a Moroccan engineer, and I believe she was a part of the Azure unit, who was working a part of it. And this made headlines like months ago. But we did the story about it. Yeah, the girl who was screaming at Microsoft's 50-year celebration, and she was like, "You guys are funding genocide, right?" You know what ended up happening? This like Kuwaiti billionaire, Abdullah Al-Dabous, came and said, "Yo, like, come to our region. We will hire you. Come to our region. We're going to hire you. We're going to give you a job." And the story went big. Like, people were like, "Whoa, like, you need to come here." But I think with this entire thing, I know that it's a sensitive topic to many, and rightfully so, because, by the way, Microsoft released a statement. You know what they said? They admitted to the fact that they provide Israel with Azure, but they were like, they have, and quote unquote, no visibility into how it's used. It's like I give you a knife, Sammy, and it's like, if you go stab someone, like, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
But even then, like, that is different, because something like data centers, something like technology, that is something where you have to give somebody a guide to use it. It's not as simple as you bought a phone, you bought an iPad, or even you bought a knife. Like, it's something that you genuinely need instructions and a team to tell you how to use it. So their role in this case, it's very loud. The role is very loud, and to be honest with you, I'm not scared about the fact that these people are not going to get jobs, because we have a lot of people in this region who support this kind of philosophy.
I'm not worried about that. They won't find a job. They will. I'm 100%
they
sure
will.
about
Even
that.
you know what ended up happening? There was this story, Sammy, where there's this guy. His name's Sean Maguire.
Okay.
Right? So Sean Maguire, he's partner at this firm called Sequoia Capital. Sequoia Capital is one of the largest VC funds in the world in America.
Okay.
They back companies like Zoom, I believe Canva, like quite literally all of Silicon Valley. They're a really big company. They back a lot of successful companies today. And essentially, this guy over here, Sean Maguire, he came and he was speaking about Zahran Mamdani. He said something about his race. He said something about his race, or how can we trust him? And he uploaded a photo that was like ethnic black or something. And you would not believe...
I think I saw that.
You think you read that? And you would not believe the kind of outcry that story caused here. Like, to the point that the co-founder of Aramix, Fadi Gandour, he's Jordanian Lebanese, started a freaking petition. He started a petition. He got over like 1,000 founders from this region, the founder of Kareem, the founder of Tabby, like these are big players here. He got them to sign it. And essentially what the entire petition was that, listen, like, if you guys do not make this dude calm down and apologize, we're not gonna do business with you. So I think in the case of these people not getting jobs, I'm not afraid for them whatsoever, because I definitely think that people are waking up, they're getting some kind of sense, and even businessmen have that sense.
Yeah.
So
it's good that they have. It's good.
It's almost concerning when they don't.
I mean, someone's making them accountable. I like the idea.
But like Sami, I remember I was telling Majid this, and basically, like, in the writer's room, when I come and I can write a story about Palestine, I can say that what Israel is doing is a genocide. Israel's genocide in Gaza.
True.
That term in itself, I know to some people, it may not seem like a big thing, but go on so many newspapers, go on so many articles and read their work. They still call it a war, call it a conflict. And they don't describe it for what it is.
Yeah, true.
So, like, it's that in itself of, okay, like, you want to get a job, but do you really want to work there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
Do you think that, like, when you seek out a company, Sami, do you care about their values?
I do. But The thing is, I agree with you that we should look after what moral values does a
Yeah.
company hold. But at the same time, the problem is we live in a world where probably 70% of the world is not highlighting genocide as it should be highlighted.
Yeah.
So we live in a very sad world.
I know. I do agree with you in that sense. Moving on to our next topic of the day.
Yeah, we took a lot of time on that.
We did. Sorry about that. So Qatar's Al Mansour Holdings has acquired a 19.9% stake in Australia's Invictus Energy for $37.8 million. The investment supports development of the Cabora Bassa gas project in Zimbabwe and includes a joint venture, Al Mansour Oil and Gas, to acquire energy assets across Africa.
The deal positions Qatar as a significant player in Africa's energy sector while boosting Zimbabwe's potential as a gas-producing nation. Seismic surveys indicates 2.9 cubic feet of gas and 184 million barrels of condensate, making this one of the largest recent discoveries in sub-Saharan Africa.
So the funding will support drilling of the Musama-1 well and expand exploration across the region. Now, analysts see this as a major step toward unlocking Zimbabwe's hydrocarbon potential and attracting additional foreign investment into the country's energy sector.
Invictus Energy's shares surged to their highest level since 2023, reflecting strong investors' confidence. Al Mansour Holdings' engagement underscores the growing appeal of African energy assets to Middle Eastern investors seeking long-term strategic returns.
So Al Mansour's broader $12 million commitment to Botswana further demonstrate Qatar's intent to expand its influence across African energy markets, supporting regional and development and economic transformation. And it wasn't just $12 billion in Botswana,
Wow.
by the way. I believe he invested $19 billion in his Africa tour in Zambia. I mean, this is crazy. So you have this.
We need to ask this guy to visit some other countries as well.
Yeah? Which country, Sammy?
I'm not going to say this on camera, but yeah, he need to visit few more countries in the region.
You think so?
Nearby.
It's
2 hours flight away, you know.
These are billions of dollars. By the way, he flew in such an expensive jet. He went to Botswana, he went to Zambia, and
He's investing 19 billion, 12 billion, 21 billion. What do you expect?
these are
You want him to fly economy?
it's not even that point. It's kind of like, you know what I think it is with this, Sammy? It's basically last year it was announced that the largest foreign investor in Africa is the UAE. The UAE, yeah, in fact, the UAE between 2021 until 2024, they invested a total of $110 billion in Africa. That is an insane number. That is a very big number. And so I think what's happening here,
That
it's kind
also,
of...
cutting
yeah.
you, that also tells you that there is so much potential in Africa.
Of course there is. Of course there's a lot of potential. I think for me with this, I find it really interesting because of the fact that you have, like Africa, you have this continent that has over 1.4 billion people, that has a $2.5 trillion economy, and you have this Qatari royal who is coming and would like to be very much close to it. I think that this definitely is there, perhaps as a rival to the UAE, because this is something that they've been doing it for a while.
Yeah,
And
I don't see it as a rivalry. I see it as business opportunity.
Yeah.
He saw UAE investing billions of dollars, and he must have done his research, and he saw that they're investing because they see results in it,
Yeah.
right? And he, being a businessman, if I'm a businessman, I'll see potential. I don't see it as a competitor. I see it as a business ground to play on, right?
right.
So he saw a
Africa.
business, he saw a business opportunity. He went there and invested. Simple.
So Africa has become a business ground to play on. That's a good quote there. It's just, you know what it is also? I think they're doing it in an interesting way because they've acquired stake in this company, Invictus Energy. It's an Australian company. The UAE actually did something similar through this company called it's actually also a company that's called Invictus. It's called Invictus
similar.
Trading. Yeah, no, they're not the same, but it's
the
called
name is
Invictus
same.
Trading, and essentially international holding company that is chaired by His Highness Sheikh Tahnoon, the national security advisor of the country and the brother of the president. Basically, IHC. They purchased a 20% stake in Invictus Trading that was founded by this Sudanese billionaire called Usama Dawood. And Invictus Trading is all over the world. They're quite literally in every single continent. They have a lot of projects going on in Africa. So I think that you almost see that their expansion strategies are similar. You know, through acquiring stake in another company that already does the work, it's almost kind of like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it saves time as well. To me, it saves time as well.
Definitely, it definitely
they've
does
done
save
the
time.
groundwork. I just need to be in that company so that the back end work is already done. I don't have to do it from the start. It's already done.
It's just the fact that it came out of nowhere. Like, these are billions of dollars.
That is true.
And when I tried to find the Mansour Holdings logo online, it had no presence on LinkedIn whatsoever.
It's okay. They don't need presence. They have money.
Yeah, their money's loud enough. Their money's louder than their presence.
You're talking about them. You don't find a logo of them, but you are talking about them.
Yeah.
That speaks a lot.
This has been a Smashi Business Show, a Smashi Business production, part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. A big shout out to our 1.5 monthly listeners across all platforms. You make this possible. If you're one of them, we appreciate you, and happy Emirati Women's Day. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Happy Women's Day. And
thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.